In the beginning, God created the first man and woman, Adam and Eve. The Lord God formed the man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. The man became a living being. God planted a garden in Eden, in the east, and there he placed the man he had formed. The Garden of Eden was filled with every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food. In the middle of the garden were the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God said, "It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him." So the Lord God caused the man to fall into a deep sleep, and while he was sleeping, he took one of the man's ribs and made a woman from the rib. He brought her to the man. Adam and Eve lived in the Garden of Eden, where they took care of the garden and enjoyed perfect harmony with God and nature. God commanded Adam, "You are free to eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for when you eat from it, you will certainly die." One day the serpent, more crafty than any other beast, approached Eve and said, "Did God really say, 'You must not eat from any tree in the garden'?" Eve replied, "We may eat from the trees in the garden, but God said, 'You must not eat from the tree that is in the middle of the garden, and you must not touch it, or you will die.'" The serpent said, "You will not certainly die, for God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." Eve took some of the fruit and ate it. She also gave some to her husband Adam, who was with her, and he ate it. Their eyes were opened, and they realized they were naked. They sewed fig leaves together and made coverings for themselves. God called to the man, "Where are you?" Adam replied, "I heard you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." God said, "Because you have eaten from the tree from which I commanded you not to eat, cursed is the ground because of you. Through painful toil you will eat food from it all the days of your life." The Lord God made garments of skin for Adam and his wife and clothed them. Then he banished them from the Garden of Eden. Adam and Eve's disobedience brought sin and death into the world, but God's plan for redemption was already in motion. Story based on Genesis 2:3.